Hi everybody, I'm Kevin from the Safety Committee, and this is
Matt from the Leavenworth Group.
we're going to talk to you today about some near misses that we had and or have heard about in our area. So first of all, I want to tell you about one I personally had. Went to a job. It was a service call for a lightning strike. Got to the job, found the messenger wire on the wire, completely melted away. I checked for power back, everything I knew how to do to make sure that we didn't have anything feeding back through the system and melt that wire. Couldn't find a thing. So I went ahead and replaced the wire. Went ahead and left. The next 3 weeks went by and I got the same service call, lightning strike, and went back to the same job and same thing. Messenger wire was all melted out. Got a message from a story from the customer who said he just got home, found looked out the window and found that he had an orange glow in the dark. So he decided to walk outside, stepped over the wire and noticed that the messenger wire was red hot, had a grass fire in his yard, and just went crazy with it. Said he turned the power off and put out the fire. We got the service call, and that's when I went out and found the messenger wire done. Again, tried to find any electrical feedback through the system, couldn't find anything. The customer had an electrician checking the system out as well. Next thing I got was from the customer. He says, you know, I put a 240 volt service into my attic for my daughter here a few years ago. Well, it never got used. So we started looking at the thing, and he found power on his gutter and his lightning strike system on the house. Well, I double checked that, and I had my FVD. Got 3 feet from the gutter, and it went off. So I told the guy, I said, I can't do anything until we find that power. Go over to the power pole, found the service that he had. It had been just right on top of the roof, and over time it had braided out and open wire on the gutter and the lightning strike system. So the only way I knew about it was feeding that double wire back through behind the gutter, and it arced. So, you know, when we're out doing service calls and whatnot, even installs, make sure that you're using that FVD and checking for electrical service or anything metal. Who would have thought in a million years that a gutter would have been electrified, or a lightning strike system would have been electrified with a 240? On my first service call at that address, I touched that gutter several times. So be careful, be conscious about every metal part that could be electrified, even a gutter or a lightning strike system, because you may not go home that day if you don't.
Yeah, guys, we work around power all the time. We're meter boxes, everything. We're paying dishes. We had a team member drill through the main power going into the house. That could have affected more than just a technician. He could have not went home that day. We could have burned down a customer's house. We shut off power to half the neighborhood. Be aware of everything. Do anything you can to mitigate those chances. Take a look inside, see what the power looks like inside there, so we're not drilling in the same place, we're not hitting main powers, because it can have a big effect on everybody involved, including yourself, not being able to go home that day.